Yeah, so my normal process, I guess I would have a little lean back and a look.
Yeah.
Try and get a sense already with the eyes of where it's at, and then come down. If it's that length, I probably would just go straight over.
Okay.
And then from here, I'm feeling a tiny touch in my right leg.
Yep.
And so I would probably consider that inside left.
Okay, cool, let's test it.
Okay, so then I do use a little bit of the line on.
That was one of the questions I was going to have for you.
ball.
Do you use the line on the ball? And you know, how do we know the line on the ball delivers us our best results when it comes from hitting putts? So I can show you a test for that as well.
Okay. So then I would again lean back. I've sort of set my line as I think, and then it's all about that pace. Oh wow.
Well,
did I push that?
Well, it went that way. Yeah. Which is the way you said.
Okay.
Just for the record, it was she got the direction right. Did it break a lot?
I'm torn between did that break a lot or did I hit a weak putt?
Okay, so there's some feedback.
Yeah.
It's definitely enough speed to reach the hole, but we would prefer to see it about a foot past.
Okay.
So there can be a little speed element in there.
Right.
But we've seen your process on that, and we'll come back to that one later.
That's probably a good example of a putt that I'd have on the course actually, where you're not so close that you're thinking tap in.
Yeah.
You're a little bit further away, but you are in your head thinking I can make this.
Yes.
Normally on the course, I'd be probably over reading, maybe have it here instead. And so you've just got that moment of finishing thinking, oh, that could have been, but it wasn't.
And also this 5-footer, I think is worth discussing because this is probably not because of an iron shot. Or if it is, it might be one around.
Yeah.
So the thing that gives a lot of people a lot of headaches in this distance is because these tend to be your par saves.
Absolutely.
So these are after a bad first putt or a decent chip shot. They're not because you've hit an iron to hit as a rule. So these are quite painful because the score changes when you miss them. Okay. So we're going to go this side now.
Perfect.
And I'm just going to give you a bit of a longer putt.
Okay, so I've definitely got more weight in the left.
So we know it's a right to lefter. Okay, so that was on a pretty decent par. It just didn't go in because of speed.
Yeah.
So the feedback loop was, it went right to left. If you'd hit it firmer, it could have gone in. So we can only really blame speed for that putt.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to run you through a really simple way of training speed. And I'll put 3 discs down at 10, 20 and 30 feet. So they represent 3 sets of targets. And what I'm going to get you to do, Jess, is play a 10-footer and I'm going to watch how long your backswing is. So if you could just play me 3 10-foot putts, and I'm going to eyeball how long you swing it.
Perfect. So that's
as long as it finishes
near
in line with it, we're fine. Don't worry about making the putt. Okay. Now,
oh gosh, look at this.
What would you change? Because that's obviously not got there.
No.
So would you swing it longer? Would you shorten the downswing time? So you've got 2 things available to you, see?
I would probably, what I would call is give it a bit more oomph.
Okay, so let's think of it in time.
In time.
So keep the backswing length the same, which was about a foot, and think about it coming back quicker.
Okay.
In time, that's lovely. And again, even quicker still, beautiful. And now play that. Good. So that's excellent. That's about a foot by, which is great.
What we want. Okay.
So now we have a little bit of a feel, which is the time from start of downswing to impact is what you did there.
Okay.
And now we're just going to repeat it. So have a practice swing first, keep the backswing length the same, so a little bit longer than that. Good. Now when you feel it's the same forward speed, we play.
Okay.
Fantastic, just a fraction quicker.
Yeah, a bit extra, isn't it?
Did you feel it?
I did, yeah.
Right, if you can feel it when it's slightly quicker, that's what we're going to work on changing. So let's get it right, so swing to that, there you go. So that's a perfect backswing length.
Okay.
Very nice. Okay, so they're 3 decent putts.
Okay.
So what we have now is we have a backswing which was a foot long, and the forward time is just whatever it felt like to you.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to add 50% to that and another 50% to that, because if we keep that forward time the same, that will give us another 10 foot and then another 10 foot, taking us from 10 to 20 to 30.
Brilliant.
Beautiful. There we go. And when it's correct, it's a match, right?
Okay.
So now let's repeat that for the next distance. Beautiful. There we go. So this kind of forward time's like a rhythm. And if we were banging a
Yeah.
rhythm on a desk, we'd be able to maintain it.
Okay.
So this is a skill set you didn't know you had.
No.
Which is maintaining rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay, swing all the way back to that tee peg and just manage that forward time. Beautiful.
Okay. Oh, I thought I was going to hole it.
It's a shame you
Okay.
hit that cup.
Yeah.
That was perfect. I tell you what, let's do it again. Just aim a bit further right than that cup. Practice first. So see how the practice is as important as the execution.
Yeah, get that feel.
Yeah.
Get that
Get that
forward
tempo.
time.
I've given you the backswing length.
A little bit right of the hole.
There we go. Now look at where this finishes.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. I mean, not crazy short.
No.
Which is what I have been doing.
Exactly, and it's these probably felt a bit more longer than you're comfortable with, and that's really normal.
Yeah.
But not the easy thing, but the constant here is the forward time.
Yes.
And that's a feeling, and you managed that beautifully. We've just got to learn to get more comfortable with the swing
Yes.
lengths. Now, I'm not saying when you play a 30-footer, you're going to remember it's 24 inches of backswing, but this is a drill for helping you understand length of swing and timing. When you play to different targets, you just got to do what you think feels right.
Yeah.
But you've now got two dials. One of them is how long you swing it, and the other is the forward time.
Brilliant.
And if
Thank
you're
you.
practicing and you think it feels crazy quick, slow it down.
Yeah.
How about this? Uphill, you can go longer and quicker.
Right.
Downhill, which you've struggled with, shorter and slower.
Okay.
But don't just hit a downhill and be scared of being
No.
passed. Change your stroke length. So we've got I don't know what the distance is. It's a fairly long putt.
Yes.
It's downhill. It's been your nemesis till now. So let's get an idea of where we're going to start it.
Okay.
And then you can come back and you
So I'm
can
gonna
rehearse
come
your
down.
stroke. That's it. You get your numbers.
Get a feel. So I'm going for 2 in the right leg, so
Yep.
left to right.
Get your start line organised. That's where you want the ball to set
Okay.
off. So now take us 2 steps back, and now let's just keep rehearsing our stroke length and our tempo. So what I'd like to do is keep looking at the hole and just move it around till you think the 2 are correct. So where do you think that ball would finish if you played that putt?
This feels pretty good.
Let's go a little bit longer. 'Cause
Okay.
historically, there. Now that makes more sense to me.
Okay.
So let's play that. Okay, great speed.
Yeah, much better pace than before,
A
wasn't
little
it?
bit of a misread, but we've got that tap in, and that was a downhill putt that we kind of talked ourselves into hitting bad putts earlier.
Yes, yes.
I'd be happy with this. That's about a 25-foot putt.
Yeah.
We've already talked about them just being 2 putts. Come on then, let's finish it off.
Okay. Do my best to pop her in.
And this is just a short putt, so get a feel for which way.
I don't have much in that.
Okay, so
I'd
let's
say
rehearse
straight.
your speed. That's it. Just get a feel for how hard and the sort of length and the forward time you're going to use. Step in and play. There you go.
Lovely.
So we're building a
putt.
pre-shot routine. So
Yeah.
much of putting or performance comes from having a correct process. So we've covered the green reading, we've tidied that up for you, and now we're getting into speed control. And I guess at some stage we should talk about line or no line.
Yes, that is the thing, is whether
Yeah.
it's helpful. I've sort of ditched it throughout because I think when we were saying about it in the lesson, it's something that, again, if I have set the line wrong
Yes.
and then trust the line,
Yeah.
or even stand over it and don't trust the line, it just adds in an extra variable that kind of throws in a bit of confusion.
The line, it's about 50-50 for players or golfers using a line or no line effectively. And the first thing is, can you aim the line at the right place? Secondly, do you follow it? I think you aimed it well, but you just ignored it. And also people's perception of curves. So there's a curve element to a putt. And if we're just aiming to a point near the hole, quite often the player will pull or push it to finish on that point.
Right.
So it's like, they naturally start it higher because they become obsessed with where they're aiming, which is
Okay.
obviously above the hole.
Yes.
So these are people that we like to teach curve visualization to.
Right, okay.
And that can be really powerful for people. I would say lose the line for now.
Yes. Go more on that visualization.
Yeah, and if anyone's worried about using the line, it's only going to work if you've got a good green read.
Yes, that's true.
So a lot of people use a line and have dreadful green reads, and it makes them worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a kind of play off between a good read and being able to aim at that point.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Jamie. I feel like I've learned so much that hopefully now, as I'm going out on the course, on that quest to put some good scores together,
Yeah.
this will now help me, one, get rid of those pesky 3 putts.
They'll kill your score.
They will. 2, not leave anything short anymore because I've
Yes.
got my distance control to dial in.
Yeah.
But also the practice drill that you mentioned of doing those longer putts.
Yes.
Have to 2-putt them. If you miss, you start again.
Gives you short putts that everyone's scared of. And if you can accomplish 6 in a row long 2 putts, it means you're holding out from short range and you're building up a little bit of a memory bank of success.
Absolutely.